I'm going to try to get this done today. You don't have much wind blowing. I already did this video uh, and it got real windy and there was just way too much wind noise. So I'm going to explain to you about bite the bump. So you need to either go out and watch a lead mare, how she handles things within the herd, or a mare with her foal. And what they do is they either bite the bump or they swish their tail. They'll slap the horse with their tail to get them to get moving. So if you never want a horse to become aggressive, you don't ever direct your energy straight at him. See? And so where your belly button is a huge importance. See, a mare will go by a horse and she'll just bite like this, but her direction is still here. So there's a couple things that you people have to learn to do is be able to hold your focus, hold your direction. Once you turn your shoulders a little bit, you already turned your belly button. You changed your direction. So it's important for you to be able to keep straight lines. And I can't explain everything in this video, but in the beginning, it's important for you to be able to keep straight lines and learn how to stop and hold your direction. Do not change. A lot of people have trouble with they do something and then they got to look at the horse to see what the horse thinks about it. Well, what just happened? For one thing, you pointed your energy towards the horse and you're screwed. So this is about learning weight shift, body posture, weight shift, and what it means in a horse. And I have a pretty good advantage about this because I did wrestle when I was in junior high school. I mean, I'm small now, but I was pint-sized in junior high school. Yet I was wrestling guys that were a lot bigger than me. So in wrestling, it's a game of weight shift. And whoever wins the weight shift game comes out on top. So having a lot of moves is important. If you've only got one move and it doesn't happen, you're gonna get in big trouble. So, myself, I had a lot of fast moves because everybody I was wrestling was bigger than I am. So, for one thing, in a mental thought, they think they can win the battle because they've got me. Their pressures, once I feel their pressure, too much pressure against me, I change my weight shift. So if they're trying to pin this shoulder and they're putting so much effort on pinning that shoulder, I lift this one up. Here, put that one down, this one's up. So having a lot of moves in this game is critical. So I'm going to get on with this, try not to make this too long. So one thing, you got to be able to get that horse to come off the thing. And I'm doing this with hers, but you watch her nose. The moment her nose tips away, and see, I can tip away from her. But see, the nose is behind. So I move faster. And the other thing about this is be careful how much energy you use. Sometimes you got to use a fair amount of energy. So if you're the kind of person that's always going to start out with a lot of energy here, your butt's got to be moving then. Otherwise, you're just, you got energy just flying around and you're not doing anything. And only put enough energy to get the nose here. if the nose is here, you gotta think like a sheet of plywood. But that plywood is goes forever. It's endless. You know, and once you turn like this, see, if I turn like this, see where her nose is now? It's behind me. I don't want it. So I gotta make sure I maintain this so that the nose is in front of me. Anyways, so I come out when I train, always starting a horse, I got 2 sticks, one with a flag, one without. Because eventually I don't want to always have to use these. So you see I got work gloves on here. See, these things are great. They're cheap, but they're a great source of energy because I can throw that. See, those things work good like a flying saucer. The other thing I'll tell you is that if you try to do this in a round pen or in a small paddock or something with square corners, you're already cheating. You're shortening yourself. You're only kidding yourself. For one thing, a round pen doesn't have any straight lines. And a paddock with square corners doesn't have any curves. So this training pen is 50 feet wide and 100 feet long. Ideally, I'd like to have it 60 feet wide and 120 feet long. That would be what I would consider ideal, because there you have the radius from when I'm working here. Here's the start of my radius right here. So this being 50 feet, I've got 25 feet, right? And if you watch enough of my videos, I talk about that 30-foot mark. And I'm not going to go through explaining it. Go watch some of my other videos. I talk, if that horse gets to 30 feet is that safe distance for a horse. So don't be too quick, you know, as time progresses, don't be too quick to do something to the horse because it starts running off until that horse gets to the 30-foot mark. Because after you play with this for a while, that horse will realize that it's leaving that 30-foot mark. It's a distance. It's the horse's distance. And that's why these people came up with the diameters of round pens. 60 feet is an ideal round pen, but I don't like round pens. I don't use them. So square corners, a horse, all you got is straight lines. You have no curvature. So the end of the pen here, anytime that it creates flow. So anytime that horse if he's moving to the left, anytime that horse passes that center pole down there, the feet are coming to you. Don't do anything, or do very minimal. So let me try to explain this really quick. And with these videos, timing is everything, just like in horse training. So I come up with these ideas of good video to do, and I go through a thought process of exactly what I want to explain, how I want to explain it, so that people will understand it. So I wait to the point where I have all these thoughts clear in my mind. You know, it's like a script, but it's not written out, you know. I have to keep these in my mind. Then I go out and get the horse, and then weather's a factor. So I did this video on Bite the Bump, and it was a long video, but I explained it perfectly. The thing is, when I went out and got the horse, there was no wind at all. By the time I got down into the training pen, the wind started blowing. So the audio isn't that good on it. I had somebody view it. They got some good information out of it, and they liked it, but they dealt with the noise. I viewed the video again, and personally, I'm trying to look at it as a viewer. There's too much wind noise. So then I tried to do the video again. See, there is no take one, take two, you know, and so on with this, because when the weather got good and I was in a good frame of mind to do it, but those thoughts, all those thoughts weren't coming back to me. So this is my second take, and even then the wind started to pick up a little bit, but the way I explained the rest of this video, I didn't care for it. Like I said, all my thoughts were there, whatever it was, 5 days previous. On this day, when I tried to reproduce and get all those thoughts gathered, they weren't there. So I cut it at what you got there. You know, if something comes to me better, I can try it. But I've done these videos for a lot of years, and I have thousands of hours of videotape that people have never seen, that I keep stored in my little thingamajig there, whatever the hell you call it. Alright, so hopefully you enjoy what you get to see here.